Okay, looks like my head is being cut off again. Hang on, let me just make sure everything is good. Okay, just gonna make sure this is up as well. Alright, it's been a moment, it's been a minute, as they say. Welcome, beautiful beings. Happy New Year. I am so excited. I just finished my yoga, keeping things real, just coming in here because I wanted to see all of you and wish you all a happy new year. And I'm just so excited. Thank you so much for all your blessings, the beautiful birthday blessings on the 29th of December. I hope that you had a beautiful celebration to welcome in the new year and that you are ready and pumped and super excited for what's to come. This morning, or my morning, perhaps it's your evening, it's your afternoon, wherever you are. I had a beautiful cosmic ceremony with my divine sister Maria and the presence of some beautiful women as well. And it was just the perfect, I would say, perfect cocktail to welcome in the new year because it truly allowed me to receive some downloads, and I want to share that in a moment, but also just to say that I was able to see myself walking really closely with all the past of me, the past of me, the child of me, the inner child, and it was a very clear message that I want to share with you today, and that is really to choose your timeline. You have the power to choose your timeline. You are the only one who can choose your timeline, and there are many timelines. And rather than back in the day when I first started to do what I'm doing now, and also further back when I had my first spiritual awakening, a lot of it was about am I choosing the wrong timeline, or how do I get more high vibe, and all of these things. And I just want to come in here to share this reminder that we are all always vibrating. We are always a vibrational match to something, and it is our mission, or rather it is our purpose, it's our soul purpose to unfold, to unfold deeper, and just going into the core of who we really are, just keep shedding and unfolding. And there's a beautiful analogy that I really like to share with my clients, which is that to remind yourself, you are the creator of your life. You only have to remember that you are always playing with the sandcastle, and whenever the waves come in and it smashes your castle, you just have to build it all the way up again. But each time you build that castle, you build it quicker, you build it bigger, you know how to strengthen the foundation because you know. And the more you do that, the more you realize that this is just part of life. Waves come in, smashes it up, build it up again. And it happens because it is the cycle of life, right? We need to let go and we need to surrender certain things in order to allow new things to come in. One of the things I really want to share is that, we all talk so much about, letting go, surrendering, what I want to call in at this time of the year. There is something really powerful about everyone having that intention to start anew. One of the things I want you to know is that if you feel that this is like, I'm not ready for it yet, like I feel like there are so many things that I'm held back with, like I feel so resistant, or on the flip side you feel like I'm so ready, I just don't know what to do, I'm just so ready, and I don't want this to be another year of failures, and I don't want this to be another year where I just say something and it didn't happen, right? Just allow yourself to really hold those feelings, either one of them, and embrace them and bring them up to really hold them here. And the work that we're here to do in Siren Goddess is really about embracing all of that, because what you are seeing as your wounds or as your weaknesses or your pain, or all of those things that you don't want to look at because you feel that it will be really scary, even trauma, yeah. There is a very specific modality and a specifically designed space in Siren Goddess to really usher you and shepherd you and guide you through, so that you can really release them in a safe way. And obviously it is part of my design to really make it a very luxurious and lush and super sacred space, so that your super consciousness can actually activate and can actually come through, and you can start to really embody your vortex of stillness. Hello everyone who's just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I just want to say that whenever you feel the wounds, if you ever feel like there is like a thought that comes through, the key word here is that it's a thought. When you think it's a wound, when you think it's a trauma, when you think it's a weakness, it's whatever that is, the word that's coming up that's holding you back from making decisions based upon the soul, which is limitless, which is full of potentiality, which is full of possibilities. You want to be very aware of that. Because when you become aware of it, you realize that this is a moment that I am attached to the mind. And remember that you are not the mind. You are not the mind. You are not the mind. You are truly who you really are. Your true essence is in alignment with the Tao. You are the universe. You are a cosmic being, and you are limitless. You truly, truly are. And the reason, if you're sitting here and you're listening to me and you're like, that sounds grand, but I don't feel that half of the time I'm alive, then the reason is simply because there are no channels and circuits that are not fired up yet to feel it, to perceive it. So the more time you spend in sacred space, the more time you spend in ceremony to feel the true essence of who you are as a cosmic being, that is very essential, non-negotiable, because it compounds. It's a compounding effect. The more you feel that, the more real it becomes, and the mind will start to follow your soul. That is the real responsibility of the mind. That's it. It's just here to steward the soul to come through. That's it. And your body is here to feel. So whenever you feel any aches, or if you feel any tension, or anything that's like kind of like a muscle pull, or just even like heartache, I used to get that a lot, just feeling really empty here. It's almost like it's broken, a feeling of devastation. I'm just gonna let you in. When you are my client in Siren Goddess, we go really deep into this. We go deep into the understanding of what exactly these feelings are, and how to transmute them, how to alchemize them and become a true alchemist, so that you can start to transpire and really emanate the goddess presence, the light that you truly are. But without going into the darkness, there can be no light. Okay, so I just wanted to share that because just to translate that into reality that we are in, into this dimension, is that whenever you have a decision you want to make, and you are like looking outward to ask for opinions and ask for permission, and you're like, is this a good time to do this? Maybe this is not. Maybe my children needs this first, or whatever. You are really, really, really arguing for your smallness. And I want to put this out there with lots of compassion. I get it, but it is time to stop playing small. It's really time to stop really sitting on your dreams, because the truth, and I know you know this, but the reality is that you don't know. You really don't. You don't know when the last day is for you here on earth. You don't know what's going to happen when you say yes to yourself. You don't know when it's gonna happen. You don't know. And I am the same You know, the first day of January also means I don't know what's going to happen in the next 364 days. But we're taking action. We're continuing to cultivate our true essence. We're continuing to embody our vortex of stillness. We're continuing to do the inner work to come into harmony with the Tao. These are all things that compound, and it will make a difference rather than waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. When you say you're in, make sure you hold your words sacred. Make sure you are the leader that you want to see in the world. Make sure you lead yourself. When you say yes, when you agree to something, follow through. When you say no, be okay with that. Set that boundary for the quality of your life. Yeah? Be the boss and also be the goddess. You know, the goddess who knows that everything is going to happen accordingly. So I have a couple of beautiful women who say yes to the mastermind, and there are moments when I'm like, okay, that's amazing, I'm gonna send the invoice to them. And you know, some of them take some time, and I just want to say that, you know, I'm not gonna be here to push, I'm not gonna be here to follow up, and I want you to take your sacred yes very seriously. When you say yes, I'm in, it's in, right? And I'm here just to be welcoming you in with my open arms. And that is the new era of leadership for feminine women. You know, we are here to really usher in an era where we're ending codependency, where we're ending the codependency even between leaders and followers. We want people who are standing shoulder and shoulder with us. They're here to learn from us, but they have their own story, they have their own journey, and as a leader, we're not here to take that away from them. So make decisions based on your soul, and remember, whenever something feels icky or devastating or horrifying or just tense, know that it's a moment that you attached back to the mind. You think you're the mind, but you're not. You're not the mind. You're the soul. Okay, so be the goddess. And before I finish, I just want to share that the amazing 5-day mastermind, All We Can See, is going to start on the 11th of January, and a beautiful group of women are already coming together. And like I said, some of you already said yes, just have to pay the invoice and settle that. That's all good. Once you're done with that, you're in. And then you will also have an early bird price. I just want to mention that because the last day for that is on the 5th of January. So after that, the price will go back up to the full price of 1111. Right now it's 555 only. So it's a really amazing deal. I'm so excited for this. This is my first ever mastermind, so it's going to be amazing. It's going to be intensive, but it's going to be so good because we are going to focus on the bioenergetics of integrating mind, body, and spirit, the divine connection we have to our vortex of stillness, learning to commune with T-Spirit, or at least activating that vortex of stillness, because everyone goes in a different pace. And the alchemical work really is for your entire journey through life. It's not about like just 5 days and then the magic ends, right? So if you're in my 1-year mentorship at Mysteries Gate, you will also receive this. This is the first one, and so I wanted to make it really special. Usually masterminds are just so amazing, right? With women and just coming together and creating magic and weaving this beautiful mandala together. So you never know what's going to come up, but it's absolutely about collaboration. It's about collaboration within and without. It's involution for evolution. It's going to be so amazing. I'm just so excited for all of you who are joining, and to those who are just sitting on the fence and you're wondering, just do it. Just do it, because it's going to be epic. I promise you that you gotta bring yourself fully, and everything else is gonna be insane. And one of the things that I really was called to do, which I wasn't going to do, but I really felt that landing for me when I launched it, is that I wanted to give each participant a one-on-one time with me. So you're gonna get that as well on top of the 5 days. You can schedule that in on your own. So if you have any questions, just send me a DM. If you want the application link, because it's by application only, send me a DM and we'll go from there. All right, beautiful ones, I am going to sign off. I send you so much love. Come into the mastermind, come into the mentorships. I want to see you. I want to see you grow and flourish and expand and anchor in your light. I can't wait to see you all. Blessings, sending you so much love, and I'll speak to you very soon.